was a quiet evening at Heartland Ranch. The sun dipped behind the rolling hills, painting the sky in soft orange and purple hues. Amy stood by the fence, brushing her horse. Spartan everything looked peaceful, but peace never stayed long at Heartland. That night, a strange pickup truck stopped at the ranch gate. A tall man in a dusty coat stepped out. His eyes moved slowly across the land, studying every corner as if he knew it already. Amy felt uneasy. She had never seen him before, but something about his face felt familiar. "Can I help you?" she asked, her voice steady but cautious. "I'm looking for Jack Bartlett," the man said with a small tired smile. "Name's Luke. I used to know this place a long time ago." Jack came out of the barn when he heard his name. The moment he saw Luke, his expression changed. Half surprise, half fear. "I never thought I'd see you again," Jack said quietly. Amy looked between them, confused. Jack rarely looked shaken, but now he seemed lost in old memories. They invited Luke in for dinner, though the air around the table felt heavy. He spoke little, and when he did, he asked strange questions about the ranch, about the horses, about things that didn't seem to matter. After dinner, Amy found Jack sitting alone on the porch. "Who is he?" she asked. Jack sighed. "A man from my past. We worked together when I was young, but things ended badly." He didn't say more. The next morning, Amy woke early to check the horses. Something was wrong. One of the gates had been left open, and Spartan was restless, snorting and pacing in his stall. Then she saw muddy boot prints near the barn, fresh ones. "Luke," she whispered. Later, she caught Luke near the old storage shed behind the barn. He was digging something out of the ground. When he noticed her, he froze, his hands covered in dirt. "I was just looking for something I left here years ago," he said. Amy didn't believe him. That night, she told Jack. He went pale. "If he's digging where I think he is, we're in trouble," Jack said. They followed Luke the next day at dawn. He returned to the same spot, pulling up an old metal box. Inside were papers, photos, and an old leather book. When Amy stepped closer, Luke snapped the box shut. "This doesn't concern you," he said sharply. "Then why are you hiding it?" Amy replied. Jack took a deep breath. "Luke, tell her the truth." Luke looked at Jack with anger. "You think you can bury the past, but secrets don't die, Jack. Not here." The tension between them was thick. Finally, Luke opened the box. Inside was a picture of two young men, Jack and Luke, standing in front of a wild stallion. On the back, in faded ink, were the words, "For the deal we'll never speak of." Amy's heart pounded. "What deal?" she asked. Jack sat down heavily. "Years ago, we broke a promise. We sold a wild horse that wasn't ours to sell. The owner disappeared before we could make it right. I tried to forget it. But Luke, he never did." Luke's eyes softened. "The owner was my brother," he said quietly. "He never came back." "I thought you knew something, Jack." For a long moment, nobody spoke. The truth hung in the cold morning air. "I didn't know," Jack said finally. "If I had, I would have looked for him." Luke turned away, his shoulders heavy with years of anger and grief. "I came here for answers, not revenge," he said. "But I guess we both lost something we can't get back." Amy felt a wave of sadness. The ranch, once again, had brought old wounds to the surface. But maybe this time it could help them heal. Before leaving, Luke placed the photo on the porch table. "Keep it," he said. "It's time I moved on." As his truck disappeared down the dirt road, Amy looked at her grandfather. "You did what you thought was right back then," she said softly. Jack nodded, though his eyes stayed on the horizon. Right or wrong, the past always finds a way home. That evening the wind carried a quiet calm over Heartland. The horses grazed peacefully again, and the sun dipped low beyond the fields. But Amy couldn't shake the feeling that the stranger's visit had changed something. Somewhere deep in the soil of Heartland lay more stories, buried, waiting and whispering through the wind. And Amy knew this wasn't the last secret the ranch would reveal.